They're like little zucchini pancakes. Okay, so the other day, my mother came to visit and she brought me 2 gigantic zucchinis from her garden. And after using half of the first one, I started to run out of ideas of how to cook with zucchini. I mean, you can only make so many spiralized noodles. And I thought, if I can't figure out how to use my zucchini, maybe you guys are having the same issues. So today, I'm gonna show you my favorite way to cook zucchini. Hey guys, I'm Candace the Edgy Veg. Hello. Hi, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos every single week. Zucchinis, they're great. They're one of those foods that I kind of just forget about. When I go to the grocery store, I never pick up a zucchini, but my mom has this beautiful organic garden at her off-grid home. And when she came to visit, I asked for some veggies. So I actually got a DM from Sam Ravindal. If you guys don't know her, she is a fabulous Canadian beauty YouTuber. Love her, same personality. We would be friends in real life. She also sent me a message a couple of weeks ago. She said, can you veganize zucchini fritters, but make them taste good? So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how to make vegan zucchini fritters. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is grate your zucchini. So what I did, I went ahead and did it because no one wants to see me grate zucchini on camera. I just used a cheese grater, grated the crap out of it, put it into a sieve or colander. Then we want to really take that moisture out of the zucchini because if there's moisture in it, it's going to be more of a soggy fritter and we want it to be nice and crispy. So very similar with what we did with the eggplant with my You'll Never Cook Eggplant the Same Way Again video. We are going to use salt to draw out the moisture, squeeze the crap out of it, and then make a batter and fry it up. So first thing is add about a teaspoon of salt to your eggplant. Add a teaspoon of salt to your zucchini. I feel like that's gonna happen a couple times throughout this video. And then just give it a little toss and let it sit there for about 10 minutes. So mix that together. And the salt will help draw out the moisture from the zucchini. So I have this just sitting over a bowl here and you can see it's already starting to draw it out. So that'll catch it. And I'm gonna set that aside. While we are waiting the 10 minutes for the zucchini to de-moisture, it's a word, right? Sure. I'm going to create the kind of like eggy, what is usually an egg, binding. For my egg replacement, I'm going to use aquafaba. So this is 3 tablespoons of aquafaba, which is the equivalent to 1 egg. For herbs, you can use fresh. Fresh is great, it's always great. But you might not have that on hand or, you know, you're on a budget. So you buy dried herbs. So what I'm going to add is dill and parsley, and I'm going to put it right into the aquafaba so that it kind of hydrates. You can use whatever you love. If you have like dried chive at home, you can use that. If you love thyme, you can use that. But I'm gonna give it a quick whisk. Yeah, give that a quick whisk and then you can just set it aside. So as usual, I forgot about the melted butter. So don't put it aside yet, add your melted butter. So this is about a tablespoon of melted butter. Vegan butter, of course. For anyone that's new here, it is plant-based, dairy-free, no animals harmed, vegan butter or margarine. Did I just fling butter everywhere? Yes, I did. Now whisk it and set it aside. All right, so as you can see, when I dumped this once, there is a ton of liquid in here. I mean, you can use this if you make juices at home. There's nothing wrong with it. It's delicious, it's a little salty. But what I'm going to do now is I've washed my hands and I am going to take the zucchini and just squeeze any remaining water. If you have a nut milk bag, this works really well, or like cheesecloth. I just find hands are great. Like, why make it more complicated than it needs to be? And just really squeeze all the water out of there. So the key here is you want to get rid of as much water as possible or else you are going to end up with soggy fritters. I like to do this almost twice. Also, the thing with my mom's zucchinis from her garden is that the seeds are gigantic. It's like pumpkin seeds, which I don't really care about. But if you're wondering why it looks like there's pumpkin seeds in my zucchini, that's why. See all that water coming out? Like, it's an insane amount of water. Probably make an interesting like base for a dressing, maybe not a dressing. I'd save it for juice probably. All right, now we have our zucchini here. Really gone down from the, you know, the 4 cups that were there. What I'm going to add now is some flour, some nutritional yeast, garlic powder, onion powder. This is baking powder. And the butter and aquafaba concoction that we had earlier. With our herbs, of course. I'm just gonna mix that around. So what you want to end up with is a batter that just comes together. You don't want it to be like too watery or else it won't stay together. You also don't want it to be too firm. So if you run into this where, you know, it looks a little dry, you can just add like a tablespoon at a time of some sort of plant-based milk, whatever your favorite is. Like you guys know, I prefer to cook with soy, so that's what I would add. All right, so I'm out of soy milk, but I have this Sprout plant milk that is pea protein. So I'm just going to add a little splash. I don't want it too watery. Mix that in, and again, you want like something a little bit thicker than like a pancake mix. You want it to be able to like retain its shape. There's two different ways that you can make these, or that I like to make them anyway. You can form them into balls and deep fry them, and it's more of like, almost like a donut. Or you can make them, you know, the normal way where you fry them. You can probably also bake them, but what's the fun in that? Okay, so I have some hot oil in a pan here, and I've just used a ice cream scoop as my little scooper. So you want them to be about a 1/4 cup. So whether you use an ice cream scoop or a 1/4 cup scoop, it's really up to you. And I flattened it out a little bit, and now I'm just going to toss it right into my oil. And you wanna do this in batches. How many you cook at a time is going to depend on how big your pan is. Really, the size is up to you. I just think they look so cute as little fritters, little tiny guys. And then you want those to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. What I like to do is transfer them onto a cookie sheet with a cooling rack on top. And what this will do is let the oil drip down so you don't have excess oil. So good. They look incredible. And then repeat this. All right, guys, there you have it. Delicious, crispy zucchini. Zucchini fritters. They're so good. They're like little zucchini pancakes. They're just, I made mine a little bit thicker. You can make them super thin, and then they're like super, super crispy all the way through. They're so good. Serve these with like a vegan ranch dressing. I have a recipe for that on my blog, or like an aioli or sour cream. All right, guys, if you love these recipes where I show you my favorite way to cook a vegetable that you don't like, or a special ingredient that you've always wanted to use and you don't know how to use it, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I make new videos every single week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.